just it's about recovering and breaking the chains and just letting go of the past and standing up for yourself and being your own warrior because no one else is going to fight for you the way that you can fight for yourself.
So could you tell me more about your EP and like what the concept for the EP was and how you like came up with that?
Yeah. So, I mean, that one was like kind of last minute. Like, I was gonna work on another album that I'm probably gonna work on way later. But then I was like, I want a little more experience before I start working on that project because it's like an EDM type of project where it's like very like crazy, and I want to be able to like have more knowledge before I even touch those lyrics and those songs. But yeah, so I just started working on this EP, and I was listening to a lot of like Korn and Nine Inch Nails and some of Poppy's new stuff, and I just got really inspired by that industrial like rough sound, where it's kind of like could slide as pop, but not quite because it has this edge to it. And yeah, so like I was originally gonna make 4 songs, but one of them fit into this new album more. So, and that's how I came up with the album I'm working on. What else? So, I mean, all the lyrics in each song was written under like 10 minutes, I think. So they're kind of simple lyrics, but like good ones. And I was going through a time where I was like recovering from just being beaten down by other things and other people and like overcoming what people say and how people have treated me, how like people I considered friends, how they treated me. And just, it's about recovering and breaking the chains and just letting go of the past and standing up for yourself and being your own warrior because no one else is going to fight for you the way that you can fight for yourself. So that's basically what the EP is about. It's just, okay, I'm not going to listen to you anymore. And like one of the lyrics is like, it's a really strong lyric. It's, I won't kill myself, but because I have to protect people from demons like you. And that was referring to somebody who told me to do that. And it was like a really close friend. And it was really tough, but I was like, okay, this isn't who, like, I'm not meant to do this. I have a reason to be here. God gave me a reason to be here. So I'm not going to do that. And I'm just going to focus on protecting other people through my music and art from people who say things to them like you. And yeah, it's basically just the stand up for yourself and recovery EP. And I do think it really helped me. And I hope that it helps other listeners who like run into it on YouTube or SoundCloud or whatever. But yeah, that's basically the EP in a gist.
Nice, that's beautiful.
Thank you.
What's it called?
It's called Bruise.
Bruise by Banshee, Bansh111.
Mm-hmm.
Is that like your also name on Spotify and stuff?
Yeah, on everything.
Sweet. Awesome. So it's about, standing up for yourself and doing something to protect people from the kind of people that tried to hurt you.
I would say it's just encouraging whoever's listening to stand up for themselves in general and not take other people's shit about like, oh, you're this, you're that. Like just basically ignoring it and going, I'm not that. I know I'm not that. So I'm just going to keep going and doing my thing. But yeah.
Awesome. And then you said one of the songs from the EP, or no, it was going to be on the EP, but then you decided not to put it on. And then this served as like the seed for this album that you're working on now?
Yeah, it just had so the track list originally was, so people who see the EP are going to notice, but like it was probably the song Bruise, and then there's another song called Shut Up, and then there's another song that's called Daddy God, and then there's the last song that inspired the album I'm working on called Who Are You, and it just had like a totally different sounds where it had different synths and different stuff going on, but it didn't really fit into the EP in my opinion, and it was kind of hard to record at the time. I was like, I just didn't feel like it was right for the EP, so I just moved on, and I made a couple small songs and small little videos, like 1-minute songs to go in between the tracks. So now it's like, I think the first song is He Would Never Hurt Me, which is like, it's basically, I'm just going to explain track by track, but like, it's basically about codependency and like how we don't, like kind of like in domestic violence, like, I don't know how to explain, but basically like someone like denying that they're getting hurt. Oh, it's fine. They're just like that because they're hurt, or, oh, it's okay for this person to hurt me. Yeah, it's just like, it's fine. I still love this person. Because like I've been through that in my own family personally, where I had people in my family like, oh, it's fine, when it's not fine. And so that's the first song. And I thought it'd be a good intro because it's going from people hurting me and going, I'm me like denying that it's wrong. And then the next song is Shut Up. And So in the verses, it's like this distortion, these like many different voice layers that are supposed to sound like demons, basically saying you're not this, you're not that, you're this, you're that, and saying all this like awful crap. And then the chorus is just me singing "Shut Up" like 500 times, and so that's like the battle between what's true and what's not true. And then it goes to the song "Bruise," which is basically like what I explained about the EP in general. And then it goes to "Give Me Your Life," and I don't remember why I added that song because it kind of doesn't really go into theme, but it kind of does. It's basically, I'm trying to remember "Give Me Your Life." So it's like the perspective of Jesus Christ, I think, where it's like, give me your life, I gave you mine, when he like died on the cross, basically. And he's saying be kind and stop judging people and stop hurting people because he went through all the hurt already, basically. So I guess it kind of fits in, but it's like a different perspective, I guess. So this
Mm-hmm.
is what he's saying to the people who have hurt me, that I was denying about and that I was struggling through the things they said.
Mm-hmm.
And then the last track is Daddy God, which is basically like, so another distorted voice, but this time it's me saying, I have a hard time living, help me. Like, I'm struggling, I really hate this. And then the chorus says, don't be afraid, I'm Daddy God, forgiving your sins and beating the odds. So it's basically, it's just a good ending, in my opinion, because it's like, it's okay to be not okay. It's okay to struggle. I'm going to help you through this. People are going to help you through this. But yeah, that's basically the EP
Awesome.
explanation.
Yeah, that sounds great. I'll have to listen to the songs and see if I could pick out those things you said. Yeah. Cool. And then what about the song that you didn't put on there?
That one is called, I don't know if I'm going to release it, but it's basically called Who Are You? And it's kind of like Daddy God, but different. It's like the discovery of me finding God, basically. Some of the lyrics are, will you save me from myself? Will you kill me if I want to die? Will you do this? Will you do that? And then the chorus is, who are you? I must be going crazy, because it's basically just finding faith and struggling through it, because some people are calling me crazy. Some people don't understand it. Other people are saying I'm not the right type of like believer or whatever, and that there's certain restrictions or whatever. And it's just a struggle of finding faith and being confused about it. And then all this pressure from different sides, different people, like
Mm.
that's wrong, or you can't believe that, or like you have to follow all these rules. And it's just like this fight when I know that like the God that I personally believe in isn't like that. But like, because some of the lyrics are like,
Mm-hmm.
let's see, like there's something about like, uh, why do you still take care of us even though we abuse your name, and even though we abuse the amount of like we abuse people through rules and restrictions and stuff like that. So yeah, it's just kind of like the fight that goes on. And I feel like some people who have a religion's head with all these like different perspectives and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Cool. That makes sense. And so when you are writing these songs, do you have these like ideas that you just stated like beforehand, or is it more of something you figure out yourself? I mean,
it
figure out while you're making the song.
it depends, because I mean, I always think of the title first, which is funny because like that's the last thing I would think you'd want to think about. But
Mm-hmm.
like I would think of the title first and how it looks next to the other titles and the tracks. I think of the track list first usually, and then I just write. Like it just happens because I don't know. Like I guess it's just what I'm going through, and then it just happens, and then I'm like, oh, that's nice. I'm just gonna touch it up, reorganize, and just make it make sense. Because sometimes I'll just write whatever and it doesn't make sense, but it sounds good. So yeah, I would say that like it just kind of just I kind of just type stuff and then I rearrange and organize until I like it.
Okay. So you did that for the whole EP, like as a whole. You were basically typing and then all of it as a whole figured it out, or did you typed out I thought it was interesting you said that you typed out the titles of the EP in a row, like as if you were like writing like a short story kind of,
Mhm,
to like start with the concept, and then you like went in and expanded on each title into more and more content, um
mhm.
and then you refined that down to something that like made more sense.
Yeah. I mean, the track list did change a couple of times because I did remove that one song and then I added other songs. But like around that era, like all the songs had a similar theme, and it's like I mean, the only songs that I didn't think of the title first was the 1 minute in between songs, like "You Would Never Hurt Me" and "Give Me Your Life." Like those two songs, like were kind of just whatever, and I just recorded real quick, and then I was done. But like
Hmm.
the other, like the official songs that I worked on, like I thought of the titles first, and then like I just started writing. Like obviously, I have it relate to the title in some way, but yeah, that's how it works usually.
Yeah, I see. So you just kind of you write the title, then you like you use that to like frame your mindset or whatever, and then you just like
Mm,
write based on that, kind of like a
yeah.
prompt. Yeah, that's cool.